My biggest piece of advice to anyone planning a home birth is to mentally prepare as much as possible. Now, what I did leading up to my home birth, I took a birth class with my husband. I would highly recommend doing that with your partner so they can help you through your labor. I watched tons of YouTube videos just to learn as much as I could about birth. Now, I can't say that a natural birth is not painful because it is. It was very painful. But I learned as much as I could so I could have strategies and techniques to be able to cope with the pain. So there was positions that me and my husband could do together that kind of like ease the pain, like he would squeeze my hips or rub my lower back. I labored in the bathtub a lot, but being in the comfort of my own home, my intuition just kind of took over and I was able to get in positions just instinctually that helped ease the pain, somewhat. But you can do all of the things physically. It won't matter though if you're not mentally prepared. I would say that is the biggest thing you need to focus on is getting in the right headspace. And go ahead and come to terms with the fact that it will be painful. Something that helped me was remembering and telling myself yeah, this is painful, but this pain has a purpose. Every bit of pain I'm feeling is bringing me closer to meeting my baby. Every single contraction serves a purpose, and I am closer than ever before with each contraction. Another thing that helped me with kind of the fear of not being in a hospital setting, because, that's the typical way to give birth is in a hospital. So there's a lot of fear about having a home birth just because of the misinformation. Unless you have a complicated high-risk pregnancy, birth is safe. It's natural and it's safe. Now, that being said, I wouldn't have felt comfortable without a midwife. She was a trained professional, and if things went south, which was highly unlikely, she would send me to the hospital. But I had full faith in her. So I would recommend getting a good midwife you can trust. But honestly, you just have to get in that headspace I'm going to have this baby at home. I can do it. My body was designed for this. I'm capable of doing this. Try to not fear the next contraction, but embrace it and know that next contraction is getting you that much closer every time. Honestly, we as women have high pain tolerances. You most likely will get to a point where you're like, oh my God, I can't do this. This is too painful. But once you get to that point, that means you're almost done. I was in labor for 24 hours and I never felt like it was unbearable until maybe the last hour. The last hour I was like, oh my gosh, but it was 1 hour and I did it. Just remember that the pain is temporary and that you can do it and you would be doing a wonderful thing for yourself and your baby.